decided I was going to try and go from a script, and I realized this is just completely unfair. So, Professor Lester is my advisor. I'm John Harkless, and because, as you can tell, my PhD advisor is black, that saved us a whole bunch of conversations. And, we just kind of didn't have to have I mean, there were some other conversations that we did end up having, that maybe would take some of you a bit longer to get to with your advisors. But I guess if I were going to talk about my Berkeley experience, I would have to talk about what happened shortly after I got here. So I started in fall of 1995, and shortly after that, the state of California voted in favor of Prop 209. And that was the thing that it changed everything in a lot of ways. But in a lot of really important ways for us, it didn't change much. We stayed on our mission. We continued to support each other. We continued to carry each other in all of the tiny little ways that you can think of. All the times I sat and had lunch in the BESA office, as opposed to sitting at my desk. Being someone who, just by my mere existence, as a black PhD student in this program, provided some kind of touchstone, some kind of person that the undergraduates could look at and say, okay, whatever these intellectual butt kickings we're taking, we can handle it, because look at this guy. He just showed up from somewhere in the deep south, and he seems to be holding up okay. But I guess the other thing I would say is, yes, I was Beach's president. There may be some discussion at table 4 about what that did to my graduation date. And, I'll allow that. But that was one of the pieces of that mission that I kept up. But the other piece that really stuck with me, and as I was thinking about what I was going to say, is after I was president of Beaches, I was the BESA liaison. And one of the things I decided was that our roles as black graduate students in engineering and sciences to the members of BESA was to figure out ways to not say no. So there were certain chemistry classes that were pretty much academic terrorism. Shanda, you know what I'm talking about. And we had to figure out, okay, how do we do all the things we need to do to get our degrees, but make sure that we don't say no when those undergrads show up with those classes that are heartbreakers, and how we help make it less terrible. Right? Those classes are still going to be terrible. And you all know you all know your personal class that was terrible. But hopefully someone in Beaches took some time out to help make it less terrible. To help make you believe that, okay, it's terrible, but we can get through it, we can get on and graduate and go and be fantastic. And so that mission was the thing that we kept up. And so in the end, I think, even though my story has a whole bunch of stuff in it that's not yours, in all the little ways that matter from day to day, all those interactions, all those things, that's what was important. And you don't know it at the time that you're doing something that's important for someone else. You're just doing what you're supposed to. You're continuing the mission. You're carrying each other. You're taking care of each other. And in that sense, my reflection is that my story is mine. It's not completely identical to everyone else's, but my story is also yours. And we are the gift that we gave to each other. Our collective successes through all these generations, our ongoing successes in the coming generation. And I think we have to decide how we're going to guarantee that continues going forward. So I'll stop there. I don't want to get too deep and too sappy. But I will say that the outcomes from having completed the mission, getting the degree in 2001, side note, I had to enroll for 3 days in spring 2001 because I didn't get all my signatures in fall 2000. So Bush v. Gore wasn't the only thing that held on forever. But as a result of that, I'm now I'm faculty at Howard. Been there since 2002 with a couple of sabbaticals. You know, and as I have branded myself on the internet, I'm a chemist, I'm a chef, and I'm a bit of a raconteur. I got jokes, I got stories, and if you catch, please don't tell those stories. Please don't. At least not until we've had a bit more wine. But I'm gonna take my seat, and we'll go on to the next reflection.